Hello again, everyone. Welcome again to the continuation of our Zero Escape Virtue's Last Rewards series. So, where we last left off, I believe, just a recap, in the first A-B game, Alice actually chose to betray us, so we are down to 1 BP, and we are continuing on from the aftermath of the first BP game. So hopefully, we get to cover more plot here and see where this game is actually, and actually get to one of the actual endings, because there's still a lot of questions that we have unanswered in this particular playthrough. So without further ado, let's begin, shall we? So this is the aftermath here. We're going to be choosing a place to go now, assuming to talk with others. Let's go ahead and head to the lounge. I'm assuming there's gonna be different dialogue. Let me see if I can skip this. I guess I can. Yeah, so hopefully we get some new dialogue trees going on here. I'm gonna put it on auto just to see if we've seen this before. Oh, I guess it's not.
Hey, Sigma.
Can I get you a seat?
Oh, fine, Luna. Are you some kind of waitress?
What do you want?
Whoa. Why is she so hostile? What do you mean, what do I want? I just came here to check up on you guys. So, this is the lounge, huh? A bar. Hello there, Soren. A sofa. And 3 ladies. I feel like I'm in a VIP room. Oh dear, Sigma. Come on, Sigma.
Can I get you a drink?
Ooh, you better not be underage.
I turned 21 just the other day.
Wait, Clover's 21? Clover's 21? So wait, she was 20 during the first notary, or no, the second notary game? I see. Well, I guess we could probably have a drink or two then. Oh, Sigma, you sly dog. Unfortunately, as much as fun as that sounds like, I don't think it's a very good idea.
Why not?
This isn't really a good time to be getting wasted. Thank you.
Really? It seems like this sort of thing is exactly what makes people want to drink in the first place.
You've got a point.
Sigma?
I'm just kidding. Besides, I've got a headache. Drinking is probably not the best plan.
It hasn't gone away yet?
Well, it was fine for a while, but now it gets the bastards back.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm sure if I just leave it alone, it'll go away in a bit. That's how it went before anyway. Has this been happening to anyone else?
What? The headaches?
Uh-huh.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I did get one a bit ago.
So Fi is also having the headaches too. And I'm assuming this is the headache that's referring to where we had these weird flashbacks of us. And Fi, like, we were hugging Fi at one point, right? But we actually didn't know her, so what are those flashbacks all about?
I feel fine now, though.
What about you, Luna?
I think I did have a bit of a headache earlier.
Oh?
Not me. No headaches here. Well,
What?
it's hard to explain. I just feel kind of weird. Your head feels weird? No, my body feels
Your
weird.
body feels weird.
Like my whole body.
Do you feel kind of numb? I think I've got the same thing. It's kind of like when you fall asleep on top of one of your arms, and then when you wake up, that arm kind of feels like it's not really yours anymore. It's not just my arm though. My whole body feels kind of numb and foreign.
I don't know. I guess it's kind of like that, but...
Oh, if that's what you're talking about, then yeah, I know what you mean.
Wait, so everyone else is experiencing this as well?
It's kind of like my body isn't really mine. I'm sort of floating. Like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe it's because of the anesthetic gas.
The what now?
It might have looked like white smoke. The stuff they used when they abducted you.
Oh yeah, right.
It seems like we were unconscious for a long time, so it must have been pretty powerful stuff.
You think this might be some kind of side effect?
Well, it could be a side effect, or it could be that it just hasn't worn off completely yet.
Whatever. That's not important. Right now we need to figure out how to get out of here.
Alright, I'll go have a look somewhere else then. You guys going to stick around here?
Yeah, haven't really taken a good look at everything yet.
Or you guys are just gonna check it out? Okay, catch you later then. I waved goodbye and headed towards the exit. Where to next? Let's go to the infirmary next. Hopefully you find something else here of interest. So, this is the infirmary, huh?
Oh, Sigma.
Alice.
What's up with your face? You look like you just saw a roach.
Yeah, I see one right in front of
Are
me.
you still angry?
Of course! I'm teetering on the brink of the abyss thanks to you.
I didn't have a choice.
You had a choice. You could have picked Ally, but you didn't. You didn't pick Ally.
I'm just trying to get out of here like we all are.
Selfishly, if I might add. And that's enough to justify screwing someone else over?
That's not what I meant, and you know it. If I'd known for sure that you were going to choose Ally, then I would have chosen Ally too.
Easy for you to say that now.
Theo's got a point.
What? Am I such a horrible person for wanting to get out of here?
In a way, yeah. Because you want to leave everyone else behind just to save your own skin.
I have to get out of here.
Why?
There's so many things I still want to do.
Oh, for selfish reasons, I see.
Like what?
Well, let's see. I want to wear lots of gorgeous clothes.
Wow.
I want to eat tons of delicious food and fall in love.
Wow. Such materialistic things that you want to do.
What an idiot.
Excuse me?
And I was going to take your side, but after that load of horse shit, you're on your own.
You're on your own, Alice.
Ugh, look. Let me try this again. I'm frustrated, but there really is something important I have to do.
Like wear gorgeous clothes and eat stuff. Which is?
Avenge my father's murder.
Avenge my father's murder.
That's what I have to do.
What happened to him? Could you elaborate on that?
No, I couldn't. This isn't the kind of thing I should be telling people I don't even know.
I feel like she's lying to us again about this whole father thing too. Isn't she a mummy? Like, isn't she the same Alice that we know? Fine, just tell me one thing. Does your father's murder have anything to do with us being trapped in here?
I have no idea. As to why you're here, your guess is as good as mine. But it's possible that his death is connected to my abduction.
Meaning?
I was on their trail. I was tracking down the people who killed him.
Are you talking about Frida Soul?
How close were you?
I can't say, but it's possible that I was getting close enough that they decided something had to be done with me.
Are you a detective?
Well, I wouldn't really say I'm a detective.
So she's part of that government sect. That underground sect that uses transmitters and receivers.
Not a bad guess, though. Why are you guys looking at me like that?
Well, I mean, you don't really have the detective look. You're kind of like not wearing anything right now.
I didn't say I was a detective.
Oh? Then what are you?
No,
CIA? Fine, well, whatever you are, you don't look like that.
that's fine. In my line of work, the less I look like what I am, the better. Better
Oh.
I keep him guessing.
Hey, what's the deal with you and Clover?
What's she got to do with anything?
Well, you know each other, right?
Immediately shocked.
I was thinking maybe you were related or worked together or something.
Most likely work together.
No, she has nothing to do with my work. She's just a friend that I met somewhere.
Uh-huh. Where's
In
somewhere?
the middle of a desert.
Okay, so she's actually telling the truth this time. A desert?
Yes, but that's an awfully long story. Wait, hold on. Why am I the only person getting the third degree?
Well, considering you betrayed me,
That doesn't seem fair to me. How about you guys give up a little personal information, too? We'll start with you, Tenmyoji. Who are you?
Just a garbage collector.
Temyoji's a garbage collector.
Any ties to Zero?
None.
No ties to Zero, but But remember, Tim Yoji voluntarily entered this notary game.
What's your relationship with Quark?
Grandpa.
You two know each other, right?
Do I have to answer that?
Well, if you really don't want to, it's not like I can force you.
No. And I apologize, but I don't have anything to say about that subject.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's not like you told us everything either.
I see. Very well then. Dio, it's your turn. What's your profession?
Well, you're probably gonna think I'm full of shit, but I'm a circus ringleader.
Circus ringleader. Dio? A circus ringleader? Really? A ringleader?
You're kidding.
Nope. I'm the real deal. I lead a company of about 50 people. We travel all over the world. It was my grandfather's grandfather who founded it, but my father died at a young age. I'm a 5th generation ringleader. My old man was a trapeze artist. He tried to do this quadruple flip and missed. Well, I guess he wasn't really young. He was about 40. Still, he was pretty reckless for a guy that age.
He's just lying. Dio's such a
He
liar.
was talking about how he couldn't let the kids show him up. Guess he just took it too far.
I see. You lost your father too then.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
Shit. Guess I got a little sappy there. Anyway, point is, I don't have any damn idea how I'm connected to Zero. I got grabbed on the last night of one of our tour stops. I'd gone out to a couple bars and gotten shit-faced.
Right.
On my way back to the caravan, this black van pulls up. Somebody grabs me and throws me inside.
Black van pulls up and someone grabs you and throws you inside, but the rest of us were kidnapped with the gas, right?
Before I
The
can even
knockout
get a
gas.
look at him, they hit me with that gas and I'm out like a light.
Okay, never mind. So I guess his alibi sort of checks out, but we know where Dio is from. He's from Free to Soul.
Next thing I know, I'm waking up in the AB room. Anyway, enough about me. Still haven't heard your story, Sigma. Who are you?
I told you guys the first time we met. Don't you remember? I was on my way from homeschool, and when I got into my car, this white gas started pouring out of everywhere.
Are you some kind of doctor?
Huh? No, I'm still working on my degree. I'm shooting for a PhD, but I'm not quite there yet.
I guess you've been working on that for quite a while, huh?
Yeah, I guess I have.
Can you think of anything that might connect you to any of this?
Believe me, I've thought about it, but I just keep drawing a blank.
What about Zero?
No
Do
idea.
any of the people here look familiar to you?
Nope. You're all strangers. Well, I guess I can't really say for sure about Kay, since I haven't seen his face. I suppose it's possible he's someone I know.
Just who is he anyway?
Until that amnesia clears up, I don't think we've got any way of knowing.
Oh, come on. You know he's full of shit.
You still don't believe him?
Of course not.
Okay, well, Kay is a bit of a mystery, but what about some of the others? Clover, for instance. What does she do?
I think she's a student. At night, she's a waitress or a bartender or something.
What about Quark? Well, I guess he probably doesn't really have a job, huh? He's still in elementary school, right? Was that funny?
It's nothing. Just forget about it. Yeah, you're right. Boy his age would be in elementary school.
You really don't know much, do you? About Quark, I mean.
And if it makes you feel better, sure.
Tamioji, always
Well,
hiding the fact that
I
he
know a
knows
little
Quark.
about Luna. I got her talking when we were in the infirmary.
Oh?
She says she's got some sort of medical license or something.
She's a nurse?
It could mean she's a doctor.
I don't know. She didn't say. Just going by how she looks, though, I guess nurse.
That leaves us with Phi. She's the most mysterious to me.
Yeah.
What does a girl like that do?
Apparently she knows the rules to the A-B game.
You've been around her the most, Sigma. She told you anything?
Look, I just don't know, alright? It's just kind of there. Like, I looked at you, and some part of my brain just said, that's Sigma.
Is this some reference to morphogenetic fields? Because again, remember that theory? Somehow they knew that this, like what the answer was, right? Okay, let's keep on. Ah, thank you for the follow. No, nothing in particular.
You sure?
Yeah, she's a real mystery, alright. So, basically nothing. hadn't really realized until I said it. I'd spent hours with Vi, and yet I knew nothing about her except her name. And I only had her word that even that was the truth. Who was she, really? The more I thought about it, the more suspicious it seemed. A fake detective, a waitress, a garbage collector, an elementary school kid, a nurse, and a circus ringleader. Plus 2 total mysteries. What do we all have in common? I don't think Zero would just grab a bunch of people randomly.
There's no point to talking about this. We should just focus on getting out of here.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. I'm gonna go check on the others then.
Where do you plan on going?
Well, the only other place we can go is the crew quarters, so... I think I'll head to the crew quarters.
I see. Right. Later, bro.
Okay. I headed out of the infirmary. So, who haven't we talked to yet? I think we haven't talked to Kay and Quark yet. So, not really a lot of new plot has been uncovered. We kind of know all the stuff that they told us there.
Oh, Sigma. Perfect timing.
You were in the crew quarters before, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Vi, Alice, and I went through all the rooms.
Did you find anything suspicious?
Like a secret door or something?
No. If I had, you really think I wouldn't have told you?
Anything else out of the ordinary, perhaps?
Out of the ordinary.
What's this book?
Oh, the Schrodinger's cat book. That's a book of meowed cats.
A meowt?
Oh, sorry. It's just the thing that happens to me ever since I was a kid. Whenever I start talking about cats, I start talking like one. So it's a verbal tag, basically. It doesn't really mean anything, though.
Oh, okay.
That's weird. So what's the cat book about?
Well, there's this quantum physics thought experiment called Schrodinger's cat. This book talks about it.
Oh, yes, I've heard about that. A cat is put in a box with a device that has a random chance to release a poison which will kill the cat.
Right.
That means the cat is both alive and dead until someone opens the box. Something like that.
Meowby?
What?
I don't really know anything about it. I'm just telling you what Vi told me.
So it probably isn't gonna give us any hints then.
Quark, you're doing
Oh
it
no.
too.
Guys, stop.
Oops.
Yeah, nothing really of significance in the crew quarters. Well, what about you guys?
What do you mean?
You checked out the lounge with Clover and Tim Yoshi, and Quark was in the infirmary with you and Luna. Anything suspicious there?
Well, this whole facility is pretty suspicious, but I suppose that's not what you meant. Well, the puzzles in the lounge were lunar eclipse themed.
Lunar eclipse?
Yes. Apparently, there's supposed to be a lunar eclipse on December 31st, 2028.
Right.
All the puzzles were related to that somehow.
Isn't that this New Year's Eve?
I suppose it is. Well, I can't say I know what year, or even what day it is, but Clover was saying something to that effect.
The 31st, huh? I've been knocked out at dawn on the 25th, so the 31st would be 6 days after that. Lunar eclipse, lunar eclipse. What did it have to do with any of this? Try as I might, I couldn't think of any way an eclipse could be connected to our abductions.
What about the infirmary, Quark? Did you find anything there?
Yeah, we did find something. Just one thing though.
What's that?
Dio and Luna didn't tell you?
No?
Okay, I got it right here. Just a second.
Quark reached into his pocket and pulled out what appeared to be a newspaper clipping. My throat began to tighten as I read it. Radical 6 infection spreads. Cure continues to elude authorities. The Radical 6 virus continues to spread across the globe like wildfire. The World Health Organization has confirmed that the death toll is estimated to have passed 100,000 victims. Immediate quarantine of any infected patients is strongly advised. Right, and we know that Radical 6 is the thing because we died to it in several of the different paths. So is this
It
for
seems
real?
a little hard to believe.
If it really is some kind of pandemic though, that sounds like a pretty big deal.
Yes.
There hasn't been anything on the news though. This is the first time I've ever heard of the term Radical 6. Was that true though? Was that really the first time I've heard it? I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd heard Radical 6 somewhere before. Sigma has heard of it before, but where? And why?
If it is true, then I worry about what might be happening to the world outside. Is there a pandemic raging on the other side of these walls?
Pretty sure Quark was the first one to come down with it, right? Clover's voice shattered the silence.
You guys! Hurry! You need to come with me!
Oh, what happened now?
Has something happened?
Yes! I mean, sort of. I mean, we found something!
Oh?
What did you find? It's horrible! It's really scary!
Horrible.
Oh, never mind! Just shut up and follow me! You'll understand when you see it.
Where is it?
It's right over here in the next room. Just follow me.
Clover was first into the room and followed quickly by me, Kay, and Quark. She said nothing, just pointed under the bed. The three of us crouched down and followed her finger. There it was. Oh my goodness, there's the bomb. Well, what the hell is this?
I think it's a bomb.
Okay, so in the Dio ending, he gave us the code to disarm the number 0 bomb. This is the number 3 bomb. So could there be more bombs like this? Bomb? No way. And yeah, and he had a flashback. Sigma had a flashback. He knew about this.
Thank you, Sigma. Goodbye.
What is going on? How does he know this? Please don't tell me that's where we're at right now. Of course, it was the same bomb I'd seen in my vision. Then it hadn't been a hallucination. Had it actually been a premonition?
We need to tell everybody! No, it's alright. Luna's out rounding them up. They should be here in just a few seconds.
Guys, there's a bomb.
See?
Where is it? Where's this bomb?
No sooner had she spoken the words, the rest of our fellow captives appeared. Luna pushed through them and pointed at the bomb.
There! You see?
Who planted these, though? It was probably Dio that planted these, right? If he knew the codes to the bomb. For several long moments, we just stared in silence. Slowly, we began to eye one another. Old suspicions suddenly reawakened. It was Phi who finally broke the silence.
Doesn't look like it has a timed detonator. There must be a remote somewhere.
You're right. It'll probably use an active button or a switch of some sort. Not a dead man switch. If we can get it, we should be safe as long as we don't press the button.
Yeah, considering he infiltrated the game, he was probably the most likely culprit to plant these things, right? Who was the first person to find this?
Me and Luna. We found it while we were searching this room.
I thought you and Luna were in the lounge.
Well, yeah. We looked all over, but we couldn't find anything there. So we gave up on the lounge and came here.
I can confirm that. I wanted to look around the lounge some more, so I stayed back. You guys must have found it when you got here then?
Yes.
How did you know it was a bomb?
Well, I mean, I could tell just by looking at it.
Why?
Well, during my
During your training?
Clover!
Oh. Clover's eyes widened and she clapped her hands over her mouth.
Anyway, this is definitely a bomb. I guarantee it.
How do you know?
I just do, okay?
You sounded pretty sure about the switch, too. How do you know all this?
Let's just say it's an occupational hazard.
What kind of occupation do you have?
I can't tell you that.
Right.
Spare me the bullshit. This isn't time for keeping secrets.
Please, just trust me.
Says the person that betrayed us in the first AB game.
Look, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm sure that's a bomb. And it's not just any kind of bomb. It's an antimatter bomb.
Antimatter?
An antimatter bomb.
Wait, you mean a bomb that uses annihilation energy?
Oh, annihilation energy does not sound very pleasant.
Oh, you know what that is? Anyway, yes, you're right.
What's annihilation?
I would have thought you'd know.
Huh? Why?
Well, your name is Quark. You do know what that means, right?
What does Quark mean?
Yeah, Grandpa told me about it. He said it's an elementary particle, one of the smallest bits of matter, but
I don't really know anything else.
I see. Can you explain it to him, Tenmyoji?
Me?
Well, you know him best. I thought you could explain it best.
Let me think. I don't know. It's hard to think of a way to explain it in simple terms.
You want me to do it?
Yes, please.
Okay. Please. Fine nodded and turn to Quark.
Okay. To begin with, we usually refer to bits of matter as particles, but there are also these things called antiparticles.
Okay.
For example, an electron is a particle with a negative charge. It has a sort of opposite, which is the antiparticle called the positron. It has a positive charge instead of a negative one, like the electron. So, protons have antiprotons, and neutrons have
Oh,
antineutrons.
I'm trying to remember. I think I learned about this, but it just slipped my mind. Like I know I learned about this in school.
Antimatter is a general term that covers all the antiparticles. The thing that's interesting about antimatter is that because it's the opposite of normal matter, when they collide, they both sort of cancel each other out.
Right, and there's an energy when they cancel, or there's a release of energy when they cancel each other out, right?
When they cancel each other out, though, it releases a whole bunch of energy.
Right.
That process is called annihilation. So, an antimatter bomb is a bomb that uses annihilation energy.
Oh dear.
Sorry. I don't really get it.
Oh. Alright, how about this? You've got men and women, right? They're kind of like complete opposites.
Okay, sure.
What happens when you put them together? Well, if there were, quantum men and women, then when you put them together, they disappear. Because their opposite elements cancel each other out.
Right.
Like when a plus cancels out a minus, you get zero.
You get zero.
That's annihilation. But when you get annihilation, you also get...
I know! A baby!
Oh.
Exactly. In this case, the baby you get is the energy from the annihilation.
I see.
It's not a real baby, of course, but like a baby, it's got all sorts of potential to do amazing things.
That's kind of a strange explanation.
It is a very strange explanation, actually.
You followed it, though, right?
Yeah!
Yeah, but that thing under the bed isn't going to be making a baby. Just how big of an explosion are we gonna get here?
It's pretty simple, actually. Just use Einstein's E equals mc squared. The mass lost during annihilation will be converted to energy, so...
So you would take the total mass of matter and antimatter and multiply it by the speed of light
Oh
squared.
no, math.
That should get you the amount of energy.
For example, let's say that it has 350 milligrams of antimatter.
Okay.
That would mean there would also be 350 milligrams of matter, right?
Right.
So you'd have 700 milligrams total.
Yes. That means annihilation would produce roughly 63 trillion joules.
Oh, 63 trillion joules?
That's about as much energy as the Hiroshima bomb.
We're gonna get nuked. We're actually just gonna get nuked.
What the? You've gotta be kidding me. But there's only 350 milligrams of stuff in there.
But yeah, we don't know how much stuff is in there though. But jeez, just get nuked.
Well, technically it's 700 milligrams since you have the matter and the antimatter.
That's not the point. We're talking about something that weighs less than a gram being equal to a bomb that weighed like 10,000 pounds.
Don't get so excited. I think I know what kind of bomb this is.
Okay, so what kind of bomb is
It's
it?
probably using antihydrogen. There should only be about 25 micrograms of material in there.
25 micrograms is still a lot.
That's less than 1,000th of a gram. So you'd only get about 45 billion joules of energy, right?
Yeah, just only about 45 billion joules of energy.
What is that?
About as much explosive power as 1 ton of TNT.
Ah, okay, so it's not that much. It's just a small boom.
A ton?
Yes. Well, approximately.
And how exactly should I not worry about that? That's enough to blow up a 10-story building!
True. But it's a lot less powerful than an atomic
So we're not
bomb.
gonna get nuked. We're just gonna explode. We're still gonna explode. It'll just be a smaller explosion.
We don't know how big this place is. If we can get far enough away from the bomb, we might have a chance of survival.
Perhaps, but
But remember, this is the number 3 bomb, so there's probably multiple bombs all over this facility then, right?
how do we know this is the only bomb?
What do you mean?
Look at it carefully. It's got a number 3. Do you see it?
Yeah, you're right.
If the bombs are numbered,
then there could be a number 2 bomb or a number 1 bomb out there, huh?
Yes, there's no way to know if this is the final bomb either. There could be a 4th, or a 5th, or...
Well, we know there's a number 0 bomb from the Theo ending.
Anyway, we can't just sit here and do nothing. We should move it. Somewhere.
Theo stepped forward and reached for the bomb. Can we not let the guy... Theo's the one that planted this, for sure, right?
No! Don't touch it!
Alice grabbed Theo by the wrist and jerked him away from the bed.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Have you got a death wish or something? This bomb is here because somebody planted it. Do you really think they didn't rig it to go off if some idiot tried to move it?
Then what the fuck are we supposed to do?
We'll just have to leave it be for now, until we can find the detonator or figure out how to turn it off.
You're telling us we should just prance off and ignore the incredibly deadly bomb that is probably gonna kill us all?
There's not much else we can do.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do. We don't even have the codes or a way to disarm this thing.
Do you know how to turn it off?
Well, there is a way.
There's a
Then
way?
spill the beans, lady. How do we turn the damn thing off?
There should be an emergency deactivation password.
Hey, the emergency deactivation password.
If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate.
We know the one for the number 0 bomb. But how do we get the one for the number 3 bomb?
Yes, that's right.
But there's no keyboard or anything on the bomb.
Look again. You see it? Right here. There's a
port
port.
on this end.
If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
Who would do something like this?
I have no idea. But we can figure out when they did it.
Oh yeah?
When you and I searched this room, we didn't find anything, right? So that means the bomb must have been planted after we'd left.
After we left, huh? But when we left and checked the chromatic doors, we were all there. And after that, we've all been around other people. There's no way anyone could have snuck off to plant it.
I don't know about that. After we finished the AB game, we all split up.
Right.
But if someone planted it right before then...
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah. You don't know, do you? Before we went off to the 3 rooms, we searched the hallway.
Oh, we were locked in the AAB room for like 45 minutes when we started this round, so we actually didn't know what was going on outside.
Everybody was all split up.
Yeah, anyone could have come by here then. It would have been easy to sneak away.
You know, I don't remember seeing you around, Sigma.
Fi and I were stuck in the AAB room.
What were you doing?
Huh, well, I was just in deep thought, I guess. I stayed behind in the warehouse when you guys went off. Hey, why are you guys giving me that look? You don't think I planted it, do you?
I never said that.
Not out loud, you didn't. You've gotta be kidding me. I don't know anything about this bomb.
Really? Are you sure? Back when we were in the AB room, you said you saw the moment when the bomb exploded.
Oh, shoot. Don't bring that up. That was, just a... I could hardly say premonition. If they didn't think it was the worst lie on the planet, they'd think I was insane. Oh, so now I'm the suspect. Wait. This doesn't make any sense. According to Semyoji, any one of us could have been in here. Why am I the only one who's under suspicion? Also, there's no way to know the culprit here is actually one of us. Maybe there's someone else in here and they set up the...
Impossible.
Why?
There's no way that would get past Zero, and there's no way Zero would let anybody do something that would get in the way of the game going forward. What?
Oh?
When you say 0, you mean the AI, right?
Of course.
This is confusing. From now on, let's refer to the real Zero, the one behind all of this, as Zero Senior.
Zero Senior.
Which would, of course, make the AI Zero Junior.
Okay, fine with me. Anyway, whichever one it is, they're not going to let a 10th person in. There's no way.
But what if the 10th person is Zero Senior?
I don't think it could be.
Why not?
Well, Zero Jr. said so. He said that the real Zero was one of us.
The real Zero is one of us. I'm pretty sure it's K, right? We don't know what's under that armor. Why Clover were right. There couldn't be a 10th guest, and Zero Senior was without a doubt one of us. But if that was the case, then could Zero Senior have planted that bomb? If not, then who had? Alice? Dio? Yes, probably Dio. Luna? Kay? Clover? Tim Yoji? Fi? Or... It seemed insane, but... Could it have been Quark? Yes, could it have been the little kid? The little kid's just making anti-matter bombs, right? That's completely normal. No. Why would Zero Senior have gone through all the trouble of setting up a bomb? To make this game more exciting? To make it seem more dangerous? No, it didn't fit at all. But if that was the case, then the person who planted the bomb was someone other than Zero Senior.
Oh no, this is bad.
What is it?
Press the buttons on your bracelet.
Oh, shit. This is for real?
We've only got 4 minutes until the chromatic doors open.
Let's go then.
Panic!
You're right. This bomb thing is gonna have to wait until later.
Alright. Everyone sprint down the hallways. Let's go to round 2 of the AB games. So many transitions. I can't even skip this. Alright. Well, they're open.
Chromatic doors have open. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
The doors have opened.
We need to figure out who's going where and fast.
So our options this time are,
We don't have time to wait for you to figure it out. Just pay attention. I'm only gonna say this once.
I laid out our options. Option A, Luna and I pair up with Clover to open the green door. Tim, Yoji, and Dio pair up with Alice to open the red door, and Kay and Quark pair up with Fi to open the blue door. Option B, Luna and I pair up with Fi to open the red door. Tim, Yoji, and Dio pair up with Clover. Kay and Quark pair up with Alice. Or Luna and I pair up with Alice to open the blue door. Tim, Yoji, and Dio pair up with Fi. Kay and Quark pair up with Clover.
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Okay, how are we going to do this?
We need a system here, or we'll never have time to argue it out. Why don't we let the people who are at the most disadvantage right now decide?
The most
The
what?
people who only have 1 BP.
Oh, so that would be me, you, and Tim Yoji.
No way. I refuse.
You have no say in this, Alice. Well, then what would you
I'll
suggest?
be fair and take a vote.
A vote? So we all just, like, raise our hands for the option we want?
Exactly.
So which one do you want, Alice?
Option C. I want to go with Sigma and Luna.
Oh, tough. Pick something else.
My. Looks like you're not so fond of me anymore. Do you agree with him, Luna?
I'll just let Sigma decide.
Fine.
I'd like option C too. Clover and I were a pair for the first round. What about you, Quark?
That's fine with me.
So that's 3 votes for option C, counting mine. How about the rest of you?
I'd like to pair up with Sigma and Luna too.
So, option B then. I'd like to go with 5. You good with that, Luna?
Sure, I really don't mind.
Then we've got 3 votes for option B.
I'd like to go with option A.
You want to pair up with Alice? You're a strange duck.
How about you, Tenmyoji?
I don't mind going with option A.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
So 2 votes for A, and 3 votes for B and C. If Clover's vote doesn't decide this thing, we're gonna have to figure something else out.
Which one do you want, Clover?
I want to go with option C. Quark chose Ally in the first round, and I was with Kay in the first round.
Then that's what we're doing.
Option C had 1-4 votes. We were almost out of time and it didn't exactly have a convincing argument. I'm going to have to go with the majority.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close. 9, 8, 7.
The doors are closing. Let's go!
Come on, Luna. Hurry up. We've got to get to the blue door.
Right.
Luna, Alice, and I dashed towards the blue door. I looked over my shoulders in time to see the others disappearing into their doors. Clover, Quark, and Kay had ended up with the red door, and Phi, Dio, and Tim Yoji had gone to the green door.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Wonder where it'll bring us this time. Huh? There's 3 doors here.
It looks like they're all locked, though.
Does that mean this is just a dead end?
Well, there's a weird lever thing over here.
Try pulling it.
How about you try pulling
Hey,
it?
what's with all this hostility? Are you still mad about the last AB game?
Yes, of course I am.
Please don't fight. We need to work together, or we're really going to be in trouble. Please. Very well. I'll pull the lever then. Is that okay?
Yeah, go right ahead. See if I care.
Jeez. Botanical garden. What if the door's
But
open?
only one. I wonder how you open the other ones.
Who cares? We should get moving.
Seems we unlock like a different area every single time we go through the second EB game. What is this place? Don't tell me we somehow managed to get outside.
I doubt it. Look up. There's a ceiling up there.
Yeah, I remember the door said the garden or something. What's up, the garden?
It probably stands for something. Maybe beautiful?
Ah,
This feels like a whole other little world.
like an oasis in the middle of all this metal.
I feel kind of weird saying this, considering where we are, but this place feels so liberating. All of this green. It's wonderful.
It's huge, though. We'll wear ourselves ragged trying to search the whole thing.
This must be the exit. Damn, well, so much for this being easy. We should not try opening any doors from now on. Have we not learned? Never to try opening locked doors. It never happens.
We should split up and look around.
Agreed.
Well, let's get to it then. Seek the way out. All right, let's put our brain caps on again. Let's look around. We're going to have to cross the water to get over there. Please be careful. If you slip, you could fall into the stream. What's this? It's a red button. There are 3 red buttons on the panel. Let's just push them. I pushed them, but nothing happened. Do you think they're broken? Maybe you just need to press them in a specific order. No. Nope. What if we go... That? Nope. Nope. What about this one? Nope. I think maybe you need to press the buttons in a specific order. Do you think maybe the order is written down somewhere? Yeah, probably. I don't know why we just kept pushing on it. Okay, metal rod. A metal shaft. The tip has an octagonal hole. It looks kind of like a wrench. Wow, they even made a waterfall. There's something behind there. Hold on, does it look like there's something built into a rock wall behind the waterfall? Yeah, the walkway goes under it, doesn't it? I wonder what's back there. Oh, a steel-colored shovel. It's not rusty at all. Maybe keeping it in the shed is keeping it from rusting. This had to be for digging stuff up. I can't think of any other use for it. Huh? There's something next to my foot. Oh, a small copper key. Probably goes in a keyhole. I mean, what else do you do with a key? anything else? I mean, there's stuff on here. Do you think there might be coins in these tomatoes too? Maybe, but there are an awful lot of them. They all look the same. If only we had a way to tell which tomato had a coin in it. Looks like someone's planted some onions here. Do you think there might be a coin in one of them? I mean, I'm gonna take the shovel and start digging. Cucumber. These cucumbers are so long. Do you think there might be a coin in one of them? Maybe we should just go through one by one and bite into them. That's not a good idea. There's gotta be something we could use to make it easier. Okay, well, I don't think we're gonna get anything else here, so let's keep going this way. Ooh, what's this? This is a metal detector. It's pretty much what it says on this. You use it to detect metal. What sort of a range do you think it has? It depends on the amount of metal. Large objects can be detected even if they're several meters underground. That's amazing! But what about small things like a ring or a screw? Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes you can't find that sort of thing, even if it's only a few centimeters underground. Oh, so you need to be pretty close to it for the metal detector to work then. What is this? This is... it looks like a tombstone. So the people buried here are Mr. Tufui and Mrs. Eagle Heiress? What? Well, that's what it says. Tufui Ego Eris. That's an epitaph. Something that they feel represents them, or just a phrase they liked. What does it mean? Beats me. Any ideas, Luna? It looks like it's Latin, but I don't know what it means either. Did you see this? It looks like there's a keyhole down here near the bottom. You're right. Let's see if this bronze key works there. Let's see if the key I've got works. Nope, no luck. I don't think this key is for this keyhole. It looks like there's some sort of tiled mosaic on the bottom of the pond. A lion. Yeah, looks like a lion, alright. Again with the lion. A white flower with green leaves. It's a skunk cabbage. The white flower part is actually a leaf. What if we dig here? You're going to dig up the skunk cabbage? Poor thing, it's never done anything to you. Don't worry, I'll replant it when we're done. Hey! A box with gold lid, huh? Snazzy. There's an opening though. What if we combine those to the bronze key? Probably not gonna work. Yeah, we can't combine them. Oh, what's this? A metal scale. There's a plate on each side. On the right plate is a gold key, which I'm pretty sure we can combine here. The piece of paper I got out of the gold box, it looks like it was torn off from another piece of paper. And on the left plate, this looks like a paring knife. What's that? It's a knife you use for small, delicate work, like deveining shrimp, but you can use it to cut pretty much anything. That's awesome. You know all about cooking and stuff. I bet Alice just cuts things with her bare hands. I guess it's time I showed you just how good I am at cooking things. I think I'll start by cooking you. Sorry. Stigma. Piece of metal. Let's combine this. Oh, it's a lever handle. What's this? Looks like there's just enough room for two on this bench. Oh, why are you looking at me? Oh, no reason. Sigma, now's not the time. They say sitting on a park bench with your boyfriend is pretty romantic. You ever done that, Luna? Of course not. Stop making fun of me. You want to sit down with me? With you? Let me think about it. A bench. Okay. What have we missed here? I mean, with the paring knife, we can actually cut up some of these things. Aren't the coins made of metal? You've got a perfect way to find them now, don't you? Really? Oh, we could use a metal detector. Oh, the metal detector seems to be responding to this tomato. Alright, grab it. Okay. Did it react to any of the others? No, just this one. Here you go. And then let's open this up. A reddish coin I found in the tomato. And then let's use the metal detector again here. Oh, this one is reacting to this onion. Alright, let's dig it up. This was the only one that got a reaction, right? And we got a white coin. What's next? Oh look! The metal detector is reacting to this one! Okay, can you grab that one then? Right. Did any of the others cause any reaction? No, just this one. Here you go. So we got a bunch of coins, but I don't know what to use them on. What's this? It's just a flower pot, there's nothing special about it. Wait! Don't people usually hide their house keys in their flower pot or in their mailbox? They do? Just trust me. I'm sure there's something under there. Oh, what the heck? There's a silver key. Can we use a shovel here? Okay, I guess that's it. A large Japanese Zelkova tree. I think there's something here, but I can't really tell. What is that? Maybe I should go take a closer look. Oh, we can dig this up. Alright, let's try digging here. Okay, now we can combine this with the bronze key. So we got another piece of paper, and then there's the other plant there. Pretty sure this was the one in the picture too. So a red spotted mushroom. I think I'll try digging here. And we'll combine this with a silver key. And we're gonna combine this with here and combine here. Okay, so we've got some sort of combination things going on there. This looks like where the lever goes. If you put the butterfly into something, you could probably use it just like a handle. The handle fits perfectly into the hole in the wall. Good. Now try turning it. Oh no. When I turned the handle, it got dark. It looks like the light up there went down. Maybe that light was a sort of surrogate sun. If that's the case, it didn't just get dark, it became nighttime. So, the garden needs nighttime? I guess so. Or maybe there's some hidden meaning in switching from night to day. Let's go see if there's anything's changed now that it's dark. If we want it to be the afternoon again, all we have to do is turn the handle, right? Let's see what changed. Oh! There's markings. Hey, look at that! Are these stars? Maybe the idea was that when night falls, the stars come out. Yeah, this is a very pleasant room. Puzzle room. What the? Purple, blue, yellow, green, red. Purple, blue, yellow, green, red. Purple, blue, yellow, green, red. Hold on. Purple, blue, yellow, green, red. The stars showed up once night fell. I wonder if there's some significance to that. What else changed? I don't see anything else has changed. That star is definitely red. The light is right underneath it. This is a big star. So far I found one star. That star looks pretty green. That's a pretty small star. I'm impressed you even saw it. So far I've seen 2 stars. Hold on. Maybe the size also has to do something with it. So from biggest to smallest would be the red star. Green's the smallest. Are the others? This star is yellow. The size, shape, and color are all exactly what I expect from a star. I guess you could say this is a typical star. I would say it's mid-sized. So far it's 3. So yellow's in the center. This one's blue. I feel like I could just reach out and grab it. How romantic. Well, I am a woman. It looks like a little large for me to carry though. So far I've found 4 stars. So blue. Where's the purple one? Ah, this star is purple. It's so small and cute. So far I found 5 stars. Okay, I don't know what the significance of that is, but well, we know there's stars there, so I'm gonna go back here. Turn this thing. Turning the handle back made the room bright again. The light that went down when you turned the night came back up. So now the sun is out and it's gone from night to the afternoon. Okay, so about this puzzle. Now I think with this memo, paper with dots. Okay, what is this? Hold on. Ah, can I turn it the right way? What does this mean? Up to down? Maybe it's supposed to be this way. Left, right, right, left, middle, middle, right. Left, right, right, left, middle, middle, right. Left, right, right, left, middle, middle, right. Hey! Well, it did something. The waterfall stopped. I guess that was the waterfall control panel. Okay, I guess that was the answer to that. Okay, so what does this mean? I actually don't know what this means. Could it be like the... So what's the biggest star? The red is the biggest star. Red, blue, yellow, purple. Okay, red. There's a white coin here though. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna go back here. There's gotta be a meaning for that. This is a balance scale. You can use it to weigh things. You can help me tell if things that look similar have different weights. Like those 4 coins, for instance. Okay, once you finish weighing them, press the reset button. Red is heavier than white. Hold on. The red is definitely heavier than white. What about red and green? Red is heavier than green. Red and yellow. Red is heavier than yellow. Okay, so red is definitely heavier than all of these. So now we gotta... Oops. No. Do not clear the notes, please. So let's try white and green. Okay, so white is heavier than green. White and yellow. White is heavier than yellow as well, so I'm assuming that white is actually the next one in the sequence. Red. No! Oh. What? They just flew everywhere! Do you think it's broken? Let's see. Oh, I get it. If you use the scale more than 5 times, it triggers a spring, which makes the whole thing shake. It'll do the same thing if you stop using it before you've reached 5 times. Oh, right, we need to pick up all the coins. Well, now I've got the coins. What a crappy scale. Okay, so red is better than white. White is heavier than yellow and green, so between green and yellow, so yellow would actually be next. Yellow, and then green is the latest. Red, white, yellow, green. Oh, come on. If you start the scale game again. Wait, we know what the weights are! Let's head back. Right, so I'm assuming this is weight. I think I saw scale around here. We know what they are. The red, then it's gonna be white, and then yellow, green. What's that noise? It sounded like something unlocking. Oh, I guess it wasn't just a panel, it was actually a door. There's a screen inside. It's showing 9 stars. What are we supposed to do with them? Well, why don't you try touching them? Okay, well, so we are actually going to touch it from, I guess, the order that we saw the river flowing in. So, what was it? Purple, blue, yellow, green, red. Purple, blue, yellow, green, red. Awesome! Solved it! Good work! Look at the screen! Huh? Wait, this is the safe password! Awesome! Now we're gonna do the other one here. Red, blue, yellow, purple, green. Called it. Thought so. You did it! Hey, check out the screen! Whoa, what's going on? The screen's changed. That was probably one of the easiest puzzle rooms we've done in a while. What a nice stream. It's too bad there aren't any fish. This is a safe, right? It looks like one at least. There was a safe that looked like this in the crew quarters too. Let's see if we can get it open. Okay, so what was the safe password? Moon Star Star. Yes, it opened. You did it. Good job, Sigma. Okay. And let's put in the other one as well. Moon, Sun, Star. Whoa, it opened again. Is there something inside? Let's see what's in here. So there's a lot of stuff in here. Let's have a look at it then. First off, this looks like a map. On a paper it says floor B. The map we found in the crew quarters said floor A. So A is the top floor and B is the bottom floor? I mean, I know we took the elevator down to get here, so... Right. Let's keep going. So there are more things in the safe. This is... the key card. It has a moon on it. That means... yeah, this is the moon card that the announcement was talking about. There's 2 of them in here, just like with the sun card. You should take one, Alice. Why? Well, you're solo. Lou and I will take one, and you take the other one. Right. Thanks. So, what have we got next? It looks like a piece of paper. What is this? Some kind of diagram? It doesn't make any sense. I wonder what it is. What the heck? Nevada test site? Rhizome 9. What does this mean? Nevada test site is reminding me of where we played the second notary game. Or in Zero Escape 999. Rhizome 9. What is that place? Oh well, just forget about it for now. We can always come back to it later. There's 2 more things in here. What's this? It looks like a note. It says IG equals immunoglobulin. What's immunoglobulin? It's another word for an antibody. You mean like the thing in your body that fights off bacteria and viruses and stuff? Yes. So, what is this supposed to tell us? Honestly, I have no idea. The only thing left is the key. That must be the key to the exit. Yes, I think you're right. We should be able to use it to open the door. Awesome. What are we waiting for? This says lock on it, so it's probably a lock for the door. Alright, let's open the door. Yes, let's. Please do. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Easy puzzle. That was one of the easiest ones, actually. No sooner had we stepped out of the garden than I saw the 3 people I'd watched leave through the green doors sometime earlier. Whoa! What are you guys doing here?
We ought to be asking you the same thing. How'd you get here?
Sigma, hand me the map.
I mean, we just... It's the same thing that happened last time, guys. We're all gonna meet up again.
You 3 came in through the blue door, right? And which room
Yeah.
did you go into?
This fan-shaped one. It's called the Bee Garden.
Bee garden?
It's this big dome with a bunch of plants in it. Look, you can see it yourself, all right?
What about you guys?
Well, after we went through the green door, we ended up in the treatment
In
center.
a treatment center. And then we met up. Right there.
So, what's the treatment center? It sounds a lot like the infirmary.
You want to have a look? We can go back to any of the rooms we've already visited.
At least Quark doesn't go crazy or missing in
So?
this one, right? After a few moments of brisk walking, we found ourselves in a treatment center. What are those?
They're why this is called a treatment center. Those pods can cure a number of illnesses and even repair certain injuries.
Whoa, that's nuts.
How about you climb in one of them, Dio?
Why?
Well, maybe it can fix whatever's wrong with your brain.
Oh,
Hey, you want to start something, lady?
Calm down now, son. You don't cool off a bit and I'll have to throw you in one of these pods here.
we should just throw him. Just
Huh?
throw him.
Why?
Weren't you paying attention? They have a cold sleep function. I figured that ought to cool your head up.
Wait, did you say cold sleep? That's when they freeze you, right? And you can stay that way for a really long time?
Yeah?
According to some records we found in here, until about 8 hours ago, there were 3 frozen people in these pods.
3 people?
Who are the 3 people in the pods as well? This is still an unanswered question. So who are the 3 people that came out of there?
You mean 3 of us were...
We don't know. All we found was what was in the logs for the pods.
How long were they here?
No idea. Part of the logs were erased. All that's left is when the cold sleep function turned off. It records them thawing out, getting up. That's it.
Then they could be anyone.
Well, anyone but you.
What? Why not Alice?
Because you don't need a device like this to freeze Alice.
How do you know that, Temyoji?
Am I wrong?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Wait, what?
You don't need to play dumb. The water in your body isn't normal water. It's something called Ice 9.
How do you know this, Temyoji? What?
It freezes at 96.8 degrees. That means all you have to do to put yourself in cold sleep is drop your body temperature below 96.8.
Wait, what?
No fancy machine needed.
Where on earth did you hear
Oh
that?
my goodness. Wait a second. Wait a second. Hold on. Who explained that? Wait. Akane explained that to Junpei, right? Akane explained that to Junpei. Wait, how does he know that? How does Temyoji know?
Clover.
From Clover.
Clover?
Oh, I see.
When we were exploring the lounge during the first round.
I see.
What's so funny?
Oh man, you fell for that one hook, line, and sinker, didn't you? Clover was messing with you.
Right.
That is, if she even said anything to you at all. It was a lie. A joke?
A joke? No, there's no way it was a joke. I'm sure about it. Your body is made of Ice 9.
Well, you're mistaken. It's a ridiculous misunderstanding. An urban legend.
How Clover divulged that information to Temyoji? With seemingly no other prompting, Alice launched into a lengthy explanation. It went something like this. Oh, here we go! Here we go, the music's kicking in. Okay, at some point in the past, someone found a frozen, mummified Egyptian queen. What was curious about this mummy, however, was that it remained frozen at room temperature. People began to refer to her as All Ice, which eventually became simply Alice. Rumors that her body was made of Ice 9 began to circulate, and her bizarre refusal to thaw only compounded them.
They say that the mummy finally thawed, and when it did, it began to move. And ever since then, I've had people say they thought I was her. I mean, really? How could anyone believe something so ridiculous? The existence of this mysterious Alice and of this ice that doesn't melt are just urban legends.
But why would people make that mistake about you in particular?
It can't just be because your name's Alice. There are tons of Alices.
Is it because of your face? And how
Yeah, you look like an Egyptian...
It is true that I am both
princess.
beautiful and elegant. Can I really be blamed if people think I'm an Egyptian queen? I don't think that's the only reason, though. Someone who made that mistake said something to me once. They claimed they'd seen me before. Of course, I immediately pressed the issue. Do you mean the mummy, Alice? When? Where? Of course, they were at a loss. In fact, I began to feel a little sorry for them. So I told them something. If you're so convinced, then maybe I am actually Alice. But maybe I've lost my memory and can't remember who I am. And so on and so on. I'm still not sure why Clover would tell you something like that, though.
Yeah, why would Clover tell Temyoji? Because that's pretty confidential information, right?
Even if she was just messing with you, it seems a little out of left field.
You really think she put that much thought into it? She was probably just screwing with him, and it was the first thing that came to mind.
I'm definitely sure this is Alice, though. Like, the same Alice that
Maybe
we
she
know.
wanted to see if she could get him to believe something completely ridiculous.
Yeah, I could see her doing something like that. Well, I think that's enough idle gossip for now. The cold sleep business is interesting, but I don't think it's terribly useful. We should go see if the other team has returned to the warehouse yet.
Yeah, like, just out of left field, right? Oh yeah, did you know that Alice's body is made out of Ice 9? At Alice's request, we made our way out of the treatment center. Oh no, the white chromatic doors. Why is there an exit over there as well, right? What's the point of that? This
looks
is
like another warehouse.
It looks like the same warehouse.
Hey, look!
3 more doors.
They're all glowing white. You think?
These might be the next set of chromatic doors.
I'd bet on it. Look, they've got the same boxes next to them as the other doors.
So the next set of doors are white?
They haven't all been the same color before.
We definitely need to tell the others about this.
Right. Let's head back to floor A. But at least Dio didn't open the AB rooms early this time around. Can we just fast forward? We don't need to see this. We get it. The facility's huge. We don't need to see every single door we go through. Oh my goodness. It doesn't stop. It never stops. So let's hope that Quark is not insane.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, thank
You
goodness.
finally returned. I was beginning to get anxious.
Did something happen?
Yes, it's Quark, you see.
Oh, it's still Quark.
What? What happened to Quark?
He collapsed.
So that's probably Radical 6 taking over him then.
It happened so suddenly. We were just searching our room.
What?
Please, you must hurry to the infirmary. Clover is looking after him, but his condition could change at any moment. You should go.
Oh no.
Temyoji shoved A aside and left through the yellow door. The rest of us exchanged a few startled looks, then ran off after him.
Quark, come on, kid. Get a hold of yourself.
Temyoji grabbed Quark's shoulders and began to shake him desperately. It was Clover who stopped him.
Hey, what are you doing? He's sick, and we don't even know what's wrong with him. What if you make him worse?
Then what am I supposed to do? I have to save him.
Save? That seems a little extreme. Maybe he just has anemia or something.
No, that's not it. I know him better than any of you. He doesn't have anemia. He's never just collapsed before.
Then call an ambulance and stop freaking out about it.
You son of a bitch. This is
This
serious.
is serious.
The infirmary seems pretty well equipped. There are plenty of diagnostic tools, but
Without a doctor, there's not going to be much we can do with it.
Luna's a doctor. She has a medical license. Well, we've got Luna.
Luna?
That's right. I remember Dio saying something. You have a medical license, don't you?
Wait, really? Is that true, Luna?
Well, yes, but...
You have to take a look at him then, please. Quark needs your help.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. I think that machine over there is a medical scanner. It's called an atom. It uses nuclear magnetic resonance
I think we've
imaging.
seen this before. Oh, we can't. We can't skip it. We haven't seen this before. So that thing can't tell us what's wrong with Quark?
Yes, I believe it can.
I don't want to rush you, but the sooner the better. Just let us know if you need anything.
Of course.
The whole process took only a few minutes. The machine scanned Quark's body, and within seconds, his results lit up the screen. Words too complicated for me to understand scrolled across it, and as she read them, Luna's face grew dark. She bit her lip and just stood there for a moment, looking down at Quark before she spoke.
Well, I know what's wrong with him. I feel so terrible saying this, but Quark has an infection. A viral infection.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Don't tell me.
Yes.
Radical 6.
He's been infected with a virus called Radical 6.
Quick, quarantine him! Quarantine him! He's gonna infect the rest of us! Have you heard of this virus? Radical 6, I mean.
Yeah, I told Alice and Tenmyoji about it.
Vi and I heard about it from Luna.
Dio and Luna were two of the first people to investigate the infirmary. They must have seen a newspaper clipping that Quark found. I'd stayed behind after the A-B game, and they'd all split up and gone into different rooms. It seemed like, one way or another, everyone had heard about Radical 6.
No, he can't. How could he have gotten infected? That's not possible.
Something about the tone of his voice seemed strange. Why wasn't it possible? Had Temyoji known about Radical 6 before the rest of us?
There must be something we can do! How can we cure him?
Well, Adam says there's an antiviral serum called Excelivir. It's the only way to counteract Radical 6. If we can inject him with some, he should be okay.
Where is it? Shouldn't it be in the infirmary somewhere?
We looked around, but we didn't see anything.
It's in a laboratory.
I don't trust a damn thing you say. I'm asking Luna.
I'm sorry, but Io's telling the truth. We didn't find anything.
Damn it. What about the other rooms? Sigma, what about you? Did you find anything?
No, nothing like medicine. I mean, it was just like a park. Lots of vegetation and stuff, but no medicine.
What about you, Kay? Was there any medicine in your room?
We visited the laboratory.
There should be Excelivir in there.
There were a number of chemicals and concoctions there, some of which were medicine, but nothing like what we're searching for, I'm afraid.
Oh God, he's going to. Oh God, no.
Look, just to be sure, the three of you went to the treatment center, right? And you're sure it wasn't
No,
there?
there was nothing even remotely like it. You went there too, didn't you? The only thing in the treatment center are those treatment
Well, let's put him in a
pods.
pod. Treatment pods. That's it. If we put Quark into one of those pods... For a moment, there was silence.
Quark?
Quark! Oh, thank God. You're awake.
Get away from me!
What? Quark, what are you...
Sorry, Grandpa. I can't. I have to.
He actually does still go
Have
crazy.
to what? What are you talking about?
Isn't it obvious? I have to escape.
But how?
Like this.
Quark's hand moved like lightning. He grabbed hold of the scalpel and was driving it straight towards his heart. Stop!
No! Let go! Let go of me!
Pretty tough for a kid. Hey, guys, I could use a hand here.
Yeah, right.
On it.
Me too.
Stop it! Let go of me, you jerks!
Temyoji, what the hell are you doing? Get over here. Temyoji, can you even hear me?
Oh, right.
Damn you!
Well, I mean,
What?
there's Superel Beta.
Soparil?
That's the
the
anesthetic.
anesthetic. The one that's in our bracelet.
Good. Perfect. Hit him with some of that.
What?
He'll be fine. It's just an anesthetic, Temyoji. It won't hurt him, I promise.
But...
Just hurry up and do it! Come on, Luna!
Okay, let me just...
Just tranquilize the kid, guys.
Okay, I've got it.
Good. Wait until he's... Now! Do it now!
Right.
No! Stop! Stop!
There we go. There you go.
Respiration, blood pressure, brain waves, everything's normal. According to these readings, he's in a very deep sleep.
Alright, I guess we're good for now.
Yes,
What about the anesthetic? How long will it last?
he shouldn't wake up for a few hours.
Man, he sure was strong for such a little guy.
I think that might be the virus's fault. It probably attacks the part of the brain that governs reason. Without anything to hold it back, his body was using every ounce of strength it had.
Yeah? How do you know?
Huh? Oh, well,
How much do you know about this radical sick?
not much.
Just what she
I
read.
probably know about as much as you do. All I've seen about it is that newspaper article.
And that's the truth?
Why would I lie about that? I've seen other viruses do the same thing. I was just making a guess.
So when Quark tried to kill himself, are you saying that was because of Radical 6 too?
Yes, at least I think so.
So, what kind of virus is Radical 6? Obviously, it's a very deadly virus.
What are you doing?
I turned and followed Temyoji's gaze. There stood Alice, her hand wrapped tightly around a scalpel. Apparently she had been the one to take it away from Quark. The longer I looked at her, however, the more I wondered if she'd taken it to protect him, or for some other, more sinister reason. She didn't seem stable. In fact, she looked far more like Quark at a moment ago that I was entirely comfortable with. Her eyes were flat and hollow. Her face was an emotionless mask. She's infected with Radical 6. It's spreading already. Everyone, run while you can. She was not well. Alice? Hey, are you feeling okay?
We're all going to die.
Huh?
We're all dead already. Only terrorists would resort to biological warfare. But they will. Soon.
Hey,
what
what the
the-
hell are you talking about?
You don't understand? All of humanity is going to die. The
my
virus
goodness.
will spread. Adults, children, everyone. Everyone! There won't be anyone left! I'd rather die here!
Someone get the scalpel away from Alice, please. Wait, Alice! We were all too stunned to even try to restrain her. We just stood there as she spun around and leapt through the door. Damn it! I shook myself and took off after her. But those few moments of hesitation have put too much distance and too many doors between us. Shit. Which way did she go? Might want to check the crew quarters. Right? Left? I was still trying to decide when everyone else poured out of the infirmary.
You lost her.
Yeah. I don't know which way she went.
Well, let's split up and look. Quickly. She can't have gotten too far.
Go to the crew quarters.
Right.
Go to the
Look.
crew quarters.
If you find her, it's probably best not to shout or anything.
Just take the scalpel away
Just do
from
your
her.
best not to provoke her. Understood?
Gotcha.
Tenmyoji, I think you should stay here with Quark. The rest of us can look for Alice. Sound good?
Yeah, I stay here. Got it.
All right, let's move, people. Get going.
At Fly's commands, we scattered, filtering off into different rooms. As I ran, I thought, where should we look for Alice? Perhaps the lounge would be a good bet. No, 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 go back, go back. Go back. Turn around, Sigma. The crew quarters. Go to the crew quarters. Go to the crew quarters, Sigma. She's not in the lounge. No one here, huh? Damn, where did she go? Complaining wasn't going to help her anything. I need to go look somewhere else. Crew quarters. No, 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 don't go downstairs. Sigma. Sigma. Sigma, turn around. Go to the crew quarters, please. Wait, does this mean that every time we've seen Alice in all the other timelines, she killed herself because of Radical 6? Oh, that's a food for thought. Sigma, go back to the crew quarters. Go back to the crew quarters. Shoot, nothing in the treatment center either. We need to find her quick or she's gonna do something bad. We hadn't stopped Quark. I need to hurry. I headed to the garden next. The bee garden. Are you, finding her? Did you find her yet, Sigma? Maybe you should go back upstairs. I only got a few steps from the walkway through the grass when it stopped short. Oh! Wait, what? Alice?
Ugh, there you are. Good. I'm glad you showed up. I just got here a minute ago. She was like this when I found her.
Oh, she's alive!
When you showed up, I was getting ready to carry her to the infirmary.
Then she's, alive?
Yeah. Her breathing and pulse seem normal. She doesn't appear to have any obvious external wounds.
So, she's just unconscious.
Looks like it.
What about the scalpel?
Doesn't look like she has it. Figure she probably dropped it on the way here. Anyway, we need to get her to the infirmary. Give me a hand here.
Right. Alice was lighter than I expected, and Fi and I managed to set up towards the infirmary at a brisk trot. Okay, so I guess she wasn't in crew quarters. So good on you, Sigma. You actually went to the right place.
All right, please pay attention, everyone. You need to hear this. The Atom has finished scanning Alice.
Okay.
What did it say?
Her results are identical to Quark's.
Quarantine, guys! Quarantine! Get out of this room! Please, do not be... If another person gets infected with Radical 6, we're not gonna go on a wild goose chase
She has
again.
also been infected with Radical 6.
Oh no! On her way back, Fi had gone off to retrieve the rest of the participants. Guys, social distancing, please! 7 sets of eyes widened as Luna spoke.
Oh no.
No! What's going to happen to her?
Well, like I said before, there's only one way to cure Radical 6. There's a
Excelivir.
special antiviral treatment. Do you know what immunoglobulin is?
IG is immunoglobulin.
Immunogoblin?
It's another name for antibodies. Some people have antibodies that can fight off Radical 6. Those antibodies are the basis for Excelivir.
Oh, wait, what about those pods in the treatment center? Can't we just stick them in those?
Right. I thought of that too. So I went and took a closer look at them. Unfortunately,
They can't cure it.
correct. They can suppress the symptoms for a while, but they can't kill the virus itself. The only way we can help Alice and Quark is if we can find some Excelivir.
But the pods will keep them from getting any worse, right?
Yes.
Well, then what are we waiting for?
Can we just put them in a pod?
One of you, grab Alice. We're going to the treatment center.
As he spoke, Temyoji moved over to Quark and lifted his small unconscious body off the bed. Quark shifted slightly as Temyoji moved him, and something fell out of his pocket with a soft clink. I bent down slowly and picked it up. Oh, wait! He has the cure! Is this medicine?
What?
Well, what is it?
Hold on. There's a name on the label here. Excelivir.
Excelivir! You found it, Sigma! That's the one thing that can cure Radical 6.
It just dropped out of the pocket, I guess.
Why did Quark have it?
Perhaps he found it earlier.
Earlier when?
We explored the laboratory. It was on the other side of the red door. I happened to notice Quark putting something in his pocket.
He hid it?
Whether or not that was his intention is unclear. I did not have the opportunity to ask. As he collapsed immediately afterward, it didn't feel appropriate to go digging around in his pockets for it, and to be honest, it had also slipped my mind. We were rather preoccupied with getting him to the infirmary as quickly as possible.
Who cares about the details? We have it. Hurry up and give it to him, Luna.
Hey, hold on a minute. What about Alice?
Does it really matter if she goes first or not?
I'm sorry, but I don't think we can do that.
Let me guess, there's only enough for one person.
What?
There's only enough here for one person.
Yep.
The only way we have to administer this is with the injection
Well,
gun.
we know the answer to this. Give it to the kid. Screw Alice. Screw Alice.
And the way it functions, it uses a whole bottle each time you pull the trigger.
Oh, okay. I see.
In other words, we can't split the
Well, can we
dose
at
in two
least,
or
like,
something.
duplicate it, maybe?
Right.
While we all stood stunned, Fi moved. Stepping over to Quark, she quickly ran her hands through his clothes and stepped back with a frown and a small shake of her head.
Nothing. That one bottle was it.
Do you think there might be some more in the back of the laboratory?
No, unfortunately not.
No.
Oh, God.
Just enough medicine for one dose.
Only one person can be saved.
Who should we give it to?
Alice or Quark?
Quark. Quark, definitely. What the hell is this? There's no way we're only going to save one of
And
them.
what are we going to do?
Do I have to spell it out? We're going to save them both.
How?
That's... I needed to calm down. Think. There had to be some way to save both of them. It was there. I knew it. IG is equal to immunoglobulin.
Do you know what immunoglobulin is? It's another name for antibodies. Some people have antibodies that can fight off Radical 6.
IG replicator? Oh! Yes! We can duplicate it! We can get multiple cures!
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
Wait a second, this is from the other path. This is from the other path. Sigma is remembering stuff that hasn't happened. What is going on? Sigma is remembering stuff from the other paths. So it's like a copy machine. Cause yeah, this was from the path where we actually like voted ally against Dio, and then he killed. He basically got stabbed by by our bracelets. But yeah, somehow he's having a flashback of this.
Yeah, probably copies IG, whatever that is.
Any ideas?
Who knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
That's it! I've got it! The IG replicator in the laboratory! It's an immunoglobulin replication machine.
What?
It can copy immunoglobulin, antibodies. Luna just said Exalavir is made from antibodies. That means we can make more Exalavir.
Hold on a moment. There is a strange device in the laboratory that says IG replicator.
Sigma knew! How did Sigma know?
Clover and I examined it thoroughly when we were in that room.
Yeah, we never could figure out what it did, though.
There's some weird fishy things going on here. We are remembering things from the other paths for some reason.
Exactly. My question is, how do you know about it, Sigma?
I saw it when I was in a lab.
When was that?
Probably when you were looking for Alice, right?
No, Dio was wrong. I hadn't gone to the laboratory when I was looking for Alice. I didn't even think I'd ever been to the laboratory. So how did I know about the IG replicator?
If what he's saying is true, then we should be able to duplicate the Exalavir. That would mean we could cure Alice and Quark.
Let's go have a look then. The laboratory, right?
Yeah, no time to waste.
We all nodded. Wait, can't leave them here all alone. Luna, do you think you could stay behind and look after them?
Oh, of course. I'd be happy to.
Alright, let's go. Somehow Sigma has gained the ability to remember things from the alternate paths. Jeez. I wonder what sort of explanation this game's gonna have for that. Are we there yet? Ah, there it is. The laboratory.
So this is the lab, huh?
Yes.
Where's this IG replicator thing?
Right here.
So this
See?
can copy the Exalavir?
I think so.
What are we waiting for?
Calm down, alright? Don't rush me. I carefully lowered a small vial of Exalavir into the slot inside of the machine. An empty vial already protruded from the other side. Presumably, that was where the duplicated Exalavir would go. Ready? When I push this button, it should...
Skip it. Just press the damn thing.
And press. Fancy. Did it work?
Have a look. The empty vial has something in it now.
And the vial Sigma used remains as it was. It does not seem to have lost any of its content.
So, it worked?
Would have been pretty bad if it hadn't.
Alright, let's get this thing back to the infirmary. I reached down and pulled both files from the machine, intending to slip them deftly into my pocket. Ah,
What
shit.
happened?
Sorry, my hand slipped.
You dropped one of them?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, just one
What
though.
in the hell? What if you'd broken it, you idiot?
Come on. If I'd broken, then we could have just made another copy. Before Temyoji could reply, Fi spoke.
Guys?
Huh? I was surprised to hear her voice coming from near my feet. I looked down to see her staring intently at something beneath the table.
You see? It did break.
No, the vial's fine. See?
She held it up in one hand, but didn't move her eyes.
Then what the heck is going on down there?
Take a look.
She slid back from the table, quickly and silently. The rest of us bent down to look. That's a bomb! That's definitely another bomb. That's a number 2 bomb, it looked like. A bomb?
Whoa. Really? That makes 2 then.
Guess Kay was right after all.
So there were more bombs.
So it would seem.
Was this here when you guys came through the first time?
No, it was not.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. and I looked real hard.
Then somebody must have said it while we were looking for Alice.
Who could have said
The
it?
hell would do that?
Dio. We were all out looking for Alice. It could have been any of us.
No, not any of us. I was back in the infirmary. Quark was still out, so I was keeping an eye on him.
So we shouldn't consider you a suspect, is that right?
Yeah, Quark's off the list too.
But Tenmyoji, you have no proof that you spent the entire time in the infirmary, do you?
What?
You could have quietly made your way to the laboratory, planted the bomb.
That's insane. Listen to yourself. There's no way in hell I'd have left Quark all by himself to go plant a goddamn bomb.
Jeez. Yeah, Tenmyoji doesn't seem like the type to plant bombs. Tenmyoji was still staring furiously at Kay when Clover spoke up.
Hey, what's this thing?
I turned in time to see her grab something from under the table.
It looks like a memory card.
Oh, yes!
Where was it?
Let's put it in the infirmary, thing.
Right under the bomb. It was down on the floor under the table.
Could it have been put here by the same person who set the bomb? There was nothing like it here when we examined this room.
Do you think they dropped it accidentally?
Unless it was left here intentionally, yes. I imagine so.
What do you think's on it?
Let's take a look. Can I see it for a minute?
Yeah, I guess so.
I plucked the card out of her hand and looked around the room. Nothing. Go to the infirmary and put it in the memory card slot. Shoot. No dice. We'll need to plug it into something that can read memory cards, but I don't see anything here.
So what do we do?
Come on, if I knew, I'd be doing it.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Wait, what?
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Guys, I think maybe we should get back to the top floor.
Yeah, you're right. We've got what we came here for.
Right.
What should we do about the, bomb?
Yeah, about that
Not
bomb.
much we can do except leave it here. Alice said it'd be dangerous to touch them.
True, but
Drop it. We can talk about the bombs later. Right now we need to take care of Alice and Quark.
Right. So we'll go back to the infirmary, give them the Excelvier, then head to Floor A warehouse.
Right.
This ought to do it. It might take a little while, but they should recover.
That's good. Her voice was quiet as she backed away from Alice and Quark. In her hand was the injection gun. She carefully removed the empty vial and placed it gently in the cabinet with the other one. While we were in a laboratory, Loon had moved Quark to a crude cot. They both looked peaceful as they slept. The madness I'd seen on their faces before was completely gone.
Are they really going to be all right?
Yes. The analysis I did on the vials confirmed that the duplicate was real Excelvier. The original was genuine too. Now that they've been treated,
it's only a matter of time before the virus is eliminated.
Hey, we found a cure for Radical 6 and no one has to
I
die.
believe so, yes.
Oh man, what a relief. I was really worried.
Clover grinned. Agreed. We gave her a reassuring pat on the back.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
All right, everybody. We can be relieved later. Right now we need to get to the AB rooms and fast.
Damn. Don't even have time to catch our breath.
Come on, let's go. The Floor A warehouse is waiting. Well, I mean, our opponent is Alice, right? So maybe we should just vote betray. Huh? Where's Tenmyoji?
Oh, he stayed back in the infirmary.
What?
Why?
Well, when we were all heading out, I noticed he wasn't doing anything. So I asked him if he was coming with us, and this is what I got.
I'm still worried about Quark and Alice. I think I'll stick around and make sure they're okay.
I see. That means that Phi's only opponent will be Dio.
One-on-one, huh?
Ugh.
That's cool. Nothing to worry about. I plan to choose Ally.
Uh-huh.
You know why?
Because I've only got one BP.
Exactly. If you chose Ally and I betrayed you, your BP would drop below 0 and... well, we know what happens then. I want to win, but I'm not that desperate. You see what I'm saying, right?
You are desperate.
Tenmyoji and Dio are a pair. Tenmyoji only had one BP left. Since Dio said he's going to pick an ally, Fi can't really pick anything else. If she does, Tenmyoji will...
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Kay and I are gonna be going one-on-one too, right? Since Quark's still sleeping.
That is correct.
Right. How many BP do you guys have?
I've got 6.
As do I.
They have to both betray. They have to both of them have to vote betray. That's the only logical choice there.
If one of them can get the other to ally, and then betray that person, the betrayer will have 9 points.
Look, Kay, I know you don't really have any reason to trust me, but...
I know. You would like us both to vote ally, yes?
Yeah.
I agree. If we were to both betray, then we would gain no points. We would lose nothing either. But that's hardly relevant. If both of us cooperate, then we will both gain 2 points, which is much more
Or
beneficial.
one of you can ally and the other can betray and they can get out of
Right.
here.
Okay, good. You're really gonna do it, right?
Yes,
Promise?
promise.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Shit, this is bad. We need to move, now!
Indeed. Shall we?
Dio, Fi, and Clover all took off immediately, heading into different A-B rooms. Counting from the left, Dio went into the room 3, Kay went to room 4, and Fi and Clover went to rooms 5 and 6 respectively. That left Luna and myself. What do you think about taking the one on the far left?
Sounds good.
With that said, I'll be heading into the A-B room number 1. Oh, here we go again. It's time we won back those points.
30 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
It's probably a little late to say this, but you know Alice is still in the infirmary, so...
You're saying we should pick ally, right? Since Alice is going to default to that anyway.
Yes.
I know. It's not really fair to betray somebody who isn't voting. Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a minute, the no-ray game didn't seem so scary.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, we're not taking the risk.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
We are definitely not taking the risk. Luna and I stepped out of the A-B room.
Why? What happened to... It's not fair to betray someone who isn't voting. I thought...
There was nothing I could think of to say. Even if I didn't really understand why I picked betray instead. It almost felt unconscious, like some other part of my mind was making the decision. Perhaps I've been possessed by some sort of evil spirit that moved my finger to the betray button against my will. Is he talking about me? Right, well, we should go see the results.
We already know what they are. It's just simple math.
The look in her eyes was more painful than any punch I'd ever taken. I turned away and almost ran towards the projector. Anything to get away from those eyes.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Kay, Quark, and Clover. Betray, betray! Betray, betray! Betray? What? Doesn't it default to ally? Does it not default to ally? Hold on, I'm gonna take a picture of this. It should default to ally if Alice isn't voting, but they voted betray. They would have killed us. We made the right choice. We made the right choice. How is Alice voting?
Points have been assigned or subtracted
Look at
accordingly.
this, guys. Just no one's gonna advance.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Everyone's gonna say it the same point value. What? It wasn't possible. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, and looked again. No. How can Alice's votes be betrayed? That's not possible. Alice? She was standing inside the second room from the left. The room that should have been empty. Why? My mind was still reeling. Where had she come from? As I was trying to form a sentence, she began to move towards us. From around me, I heard a chorus of muted gasps. It seemed we were united in our surprise and confusion. Alice drew to a stop in front of me and glanced up at the display.
Thought you'd get an easy couple points, huh? Not so easy when you have to look your victim in the eye, is it, coward?
Coward? Me? A coward? You got some balls saying that to me after you picked betray. Why are you even here?
You gave me the antivirus, didn't you? Tenmyoji told me. Thank you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, honestly.
But you should still be under the effects of the anesthetic.
Yes, well, I still am. A bit. I have a throbbing headache, and I can barely stand. It's horrible. I'm more resistant to anesthetics than most people, a result of my training. I have a feeling Zero Senior knew that. They gave me way more than the standard dose of that gas when they kidnapped me. In any event, a few minutes ago I woke up in the infirmary. Tenmyoji explained what was going on, and I got here as fast as I could.
I hate Alice so much. I hate her character. She showed up right after we'd gone up into the AB room.
Yes, right in the nick of time, too. About 10 seconds before the deadline, as I recall.
You did that just so you could betray us?
Right. What? Don't I get to do that? I mean, it turned out to be the right thing to do, didn't it? You two chose betray. If I'd stayed back there, I'd have lost 2 points.
So you're saying it was self-defense?
You were saying it's self-defense, but you're willing to kill Sigma.
Yes.
You're full of shit. Self-defense my ass. You chose betray because you wanted out. You had 6 BP. If I picked ally, you would have had 9. That's what you were trying to do, right?
So what if I was?
Are you serious? You would have killed me. Look, I only have 1 BP. You were this close to murdering me. Just admit it. You were planning to kill me so you could escape.
Don't be stupid. I knew you'd choose betray. There was...
Tell the truth.
That is the truth. Why am I the only one getting the 3rd degree here? Look at those results. 2 other people just tried to kill someone.
Fi and Dio.
Yes. If Dio had chosen ally, Fi would have killed Tenmyoji. And if she'd chosen ally, Dio would have killed her.
I don't want to be rude, but it looks like Clover and Kay tried to trick one another. Not that it seems to have worked.
Yeah.
If either one had chosen ally, the other one would have 9 BP right now.
9 BP, they would have escaped. I turned to look at the results again. Before, I'd only been looking at my own. I didn't realize that there was only one word, all across the roster. Betray. Whatever trust we'd managed to build had fallen apart. Everyone was suspicious of everyone else. Had it been the bombs? Or had it been something else? Whatever the reason, if it had kept up, we'd never manage to escape. We'd be trapped in a cycle of 0-point rounds for the rest of our lives. Something had to be done. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. Alright guys, pay attention. You've probably already got this figured out, but we can't keep going like this. If we don't start being a little more trusting, we're never gonna get out of here. We need to work together. Might as well have been talking to a wall.
My apologies, Sigma, but I need to think on something for a bit. I would appreciate being left alone.
Okay.
I'll be leaving too. Things are getting a little too intense here for my delicate constitution. Sorry.
Dio.
Well, in that case...
A2? Fine?
Yeah.
Without another word, she turned and left the warehouse. Dio and Kay quickly followed suit.
See? There's your answer. In the end, everyone's just thinking about themselves. So I would appreciate it if you could not treat me like I'm the only villain here.
You're a bitch! Sorry.
Come on, Clover. Let's go.
Alice sucks so much. I hate her character so much. And the worst part is, Clover's trying to be just like Alice.
Hold on! I'm you feeling okay? I was really worried, you know?
I watched them walk away, Clover practically jumping with delight to have Alice back. Before long, they reached a yellow door and disappeared beyond it.
Everyone's gone.
You aren't going to leave too?
No,
Are you sure? I chose betray.
I know, but I still believe in you, Sigma. I think your hand must have just slipped or something, right?
My chest hurt, and when I blinked, I felt something hot and wet prick the corners of my eyes. Luna, I bit my lip. Before I could think of anything to say, the metallic rumble of the doors closing echoed throughout the warehouse.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the star round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star key. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
As many times as we want.
Yes, as long as we have the star keys. That means we can keep playing the AB game over and over too. Sigma? Could you show me your bracelet? Do you remember what Zero Jr. said?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically.
Pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah, I remember. Let's see here. I'm a cyan pair. What about you?
I'm a magenta pair.
I wonder what the others
We
are.
could be anything, I suppose. We won't know until we have a look.
We've got about 80 minutes until the next set of chromatic doors open. So, what should we do now?
Everyone else has gone off on their own.
Yeah, physically and emotionally. I really don't like how this is going. It won't matter how many times we repeat the AB game if nobody trusts anybody else. We'll never be able to get out of here.
Maybe it would help if we all had a common goal, something to unite our hearts and minds.
How about disarming the bombs? Yeah, but we've already got something like that. We all want to get out of here. That seems like a pretty clear goal to me, but everybody chose betray, including me.
Well, what if we have an enemy?
An enemy?
Yes, a common foe, like the person who set the bombs, for instance.
After coming back from the lab, I told her about the bomb while she gave Alice and Park the Excelsior. Yeah, that might work. If we can figure out which one of us planted those bombs, then everybody else would work together against them.
Right.
But how do we figure out who it is?
Do you have any clues?
Clues, huh? Oh, the card! That's right, the memory card! I pulled it out of my pocket and held it out towards her.
What's this?
I told you, a memory card. It was under the bomb we found in the lab. I think whoever set the bomb dropped it.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what's on it though. We couldn't find any kind of memory card reader.
I guess we can't really use it then. Oh, wait a second. You know what? I think I might have seen something.
The infirmary.
Yes, I remember. The infirmary. I saw it when I was searching the infirmary with Dio and Quark. There was a memory card just like that one.
Then
Yes, I think we can see what's on it. The computer there should be able to read it.
Luna and I exploded into the infirmary, nearly running into Alice, Clover, and Temyoji. Quark was there as well, of course, but he was just as we'd left him, asleep on a bed.
What are you doing here?
I opened my mouth to retort, then thought better of it. If I really wanted people to start trusting each other, well, real change starts at home. As quickly as I could, I explained the second bomb and the memory card and how we'd come to the infirmary in hopes that we could discover the contents of the latter.
Okay.
Then stick it in already!
Go ahead.
Right. Just as Luna had said, there was a small slot under the screen, exactly the right size to fit a memory card. Within moments, the screen was filled with what appeared to be random letters. What is this?
6 rows, 22 letters each.
It looks like the odd rows use one set of letters, and the even rows use another set.
Right.
In other words, the first 2 rows just repeat.
Yeah.
Is this some kind of code or something?
It doesn't look random to me. think there might be a pattern. I just don't know what it is.
Was there anything else on there?
No, it doesn't look like it.
So all we get is this gibberish. Hey, Alice, you haven't said anything for a while. What's up?
Does any of this look familiar to you, Clover?
What do you mean?
Have you seen something like this before? Maybe during your training?
Training?
This is...
So you do recognize it.
All right, knock it off, you two. How about you share it with the rest of the class?
Alice sighed and stretched her neck from side to side.
I believe this is an encoded message from a terrorist organization.
What?
They call themselves the Myrmidons.
The Myrmidons? That's the sect that Dio's from. Myrmidons. For some reason, I felt like I'd heard that name before.
What are the Myrmidons?
Put simply, they're a bunch of thugs who are trying to destroy or dismantle most of human civilization.
So this thing we're looking at, you think it's theirs?
Well, they have a number of different codes, but I do think this is one of them.
Then the bomb?
It was said by one of the Myrmidons, wasn't it?
So it was set by Dio.
Yes. Well, I can't say for sure, of course, but it seems likely.
Damn, I've got a ton of questions for you. But let me start with this one. What the heck does that thing say?
I don't know. How am I
What?
supposed to decode it? I don't have the key. Without a key, it would take literally hundreds of years to decode.
What about you, Clover?
Well, if Alice doesn't know how, I sure don't.
See.
Not much we can do then. We can come back to the code stuff later. I've got another question. Alice, Clover, who the hell are you? Why do you know about this code?
That's...
You told me your job was to eliminate enemies of the state or something like that. Just what the hell kind of job is that? I think it's time you told us what you do.
Sorry, but I can't.
Why not?
Because you might be one of them. You might be the person who set the bomb.
That's idiotic. Of course I'm not.
Really? And where's your proof? For all I know, you're my enemy. I can't tell you anything.
Oh my goodness. I'm not your enemy. I'm your ally. I'm your friend. I just want all of us to get out of here. Just, please, tell us. Please. We need to find out who did this so we can all escape. We have too little information. We need your help. Fine. If you won't tell us about yourself, then just tell us about the Myrmidons. What else do you know about them?
I'm sorry.
For a good blink, she leapt up and run out of the room. Hey! Wait! Alice! I took off after her.
How long are you going to keep following me?
Until you tell me what you know.
Then why don't you just ask Clover?
Clover?
You already know she works with me.
Well, yeah.
Then why don't you...
We wanted to hear it from you.
Why?
That's a good question. Remember the crew quarters or this garden? We got paired up for 2 separate rounds. That means I've spent more time with you than anybody else here. Maybe that's it. I guess I'm just curious about you.
What are you talking about?
She spun around to hide it, but it caught a blush of red on her cheeks. We walked down the path to where it ended next to the pond. I stayed silent. Alice sat down on the bench. We gazed at the smooth surface of the pond for several long minutes before she began to speak.
You don't hate me?
What? Why?
I tried to kill you.
You mean in the AB game?
Yes. I was so scared. Who wouldn't be? Kidnapped and locked up, forced to play some sort of bizarre game. And then we found that bomb. I know I probably sounded calm, but as soon as we found that thing, all I wanted to do was run away from it as fast as I could. Things just went downhill from there.
What do you mean?
I remember hearing that Quark had collapsed and running to the infirmary with everyone else. When I got there, I realized I couldn't understand what anyone was saying, and everything looked... I don't know how to describe it. It was like watching a video on fast forward, only it was real. Then I started to feel like... It's hard to explain. I guess you could say I didn't feel like I was myself, and it only got worse.
That was probably the Radical Six.
Yes, I think so. I don't remember much after that, but when I woke up in the infirmary, suddenly all that fear was back, so all I could think about was getting out of this place as fast as I could. It never even crossed my mind that it could kill you. God help me, even if it had, I don't think I would have cared.
Yeah, you're the type of person that would just kill us.
See? I'm horrible. You hate me, don't you? Just do it!
What? Do what?
Kill me! Get it over with!
What the hell, Alice? I'm not going to kill you. I don't even hate
You're
you.
lying! I could kill you! I would have killed you!
Come on, calm down. No one's killing anyone. A single tear rolled down Alice's cheek, then another and another, leaving shining lines across her face. When I reached out, I saw her tense just slightly. Slowly, I brushed my thumb across her cheek and off, taking her tears with it.
Why
Oh,
are you
Sigma.
doing this? You know, you kind of remind me of my father.
That's what you were after, right? The people who killed your dad?
Yes.
Did they have anything to do with the Myrmidons?
Will you promise not to tell Clover that I cried?
Ah, come on.
If you keep your mouth shut, I'll tell you what you want to know about myself and about the Myrmidons. Deal?
Sure. My lips are sealed. What? Crying? I don't remember any crying.
Good. All right then.
Alice took a deep breath and began. Okay. My father is Egyptian, but my mother is French. They met while my mother was in Egypt on vacation and married shortly thereafter. When I was 3, we all moved to the US. My father was a scientist and his field was cloning. He was recruited by an American lab, which is why we moved. Both of my parents had used English around me from the time I was born, so I didn't have any problems adapting to the life in the United States. By my 9th birthday, we'd been there for 6 years. That was when it happened. In the middle of the day, my mother showed up at school. Her eyes were red and puffy, but she didn't say anything to me on the drive home. When we arrived, there were several policemen there to meet us. My father had always been a very punctual man, and when dinner time came and went with no sign of him, even I began to realize something terrible had happened. It wasn't until several years later that I finally learned the truth. My father's lab had been attacked by terrorists, and he had been kidnapped. For the rest of my childhood, my mother raised me by herself. I didn't realize it then, but it must have been incredibly difficult for her. As a single mother alone in a country where any relatives were a transatlantic flight away, she did her best not to let me see it, but every so often when she thought she was alone, the mask would fall away and in every line of her face I could see exhaustion and loneliness. As much as I miss my father, it was those moments that made me wish more than anything that he'd never been taken. Fortunately, I was an excellent student and did especially well in math. I earned a full-ride scholarship straight out of high school and spent the next several years studying. After graduation, I took a job with the Department of Defense, hoping that they might have the resources to help me look for my father. I was immediately assigned to the Special Office of Internal Security. Their purpose is to investigate and sometimes deal with terrorist organizations and other serious threats to the state. I could tell my mother wasn't happy about my decision, but she chose to remain silent about it. Eventually, I learned that the terrorist organization that had taken my father was none other than the Myrmidons. Although at that time, the name didn't mean anything to me. They were suspected of human cloning. Human cloning meaning Dio, right? Because Dio is technically a clone. Specifically, it was thought that they have been using cloning techniques to copy their most useful members and expand their ranks. The Myrmidons apparently believed that they could use cloning to create a new race of humans. Now at last I knew the reason for my father's abduction. The commander of the Myrmidons is a man named Left. We know his name and his gender, but not his appearance or his age. The Myrmidons are closely associated with a cult known as Free the Soul. We believe that Free the Soul provides their funding, but trying to pin any kind of misdeeds on a cult's leader, a man named Brother, is like trying to nail Jello to a wall. Brother is supposed to be fairly advanced in years, and rumors say he's so old that he can't even get out of bed. Unfortunately, his mind seemed to be as sharp as ever. At that point, I hit a wall. I knew that the Myrmidons had been behind my father's kidnapping, but that was all that I could learn about them. Then, one day, I got a tip that some of them were hiding in a building in the Nevada desert. So that is the second Nonary game, right there. That's Zero Escape 999. I did it out immediately. On the way there, my car had some engine trouble and stalled out. I was trying to decide what to do when an SUV appeared out of nowhere. I'll give you one guess who was behind the steering wheel. Clover. That was the first time we met. There were 4 other people in the car with her, and when I asked them what they were doing, I got what was just about the last answer I'd expected. They told me they'd been locked up inside of the very building I'd been on my way to investigate, and that they were currently in pursuit of the people who had kidnapped them in the first place. My priorities shifted very quickly. After a short discussion, I convinced them to allow me to come along. My hope was to find the people they were chasing, who I was certain were the Myrmidons. In the end, however, we were unable to track them down. In fact, I still don't know where they might have gone. So they never found Akane or Santa. Eventually, I took Clover and her companions to SOIS headquarters. We decided that involving the police would only complicate things. After some questioning, it was determined that the people who had instigated this particular event were not connected to the Myrmidons. We did, however, discover that the mysterious disappearance and subsequent reappearance of several children 9 years prior was connected to Free the Soul. There was also a 6-person SUV, although they weren't riding in it per se. That's Ace. A middle-aged man who I'll just call H for now. Hongo, Gentaro Hongo, had been bound and placed in the trunk. According to the other 4, he had been behind the disappearance of the children 9 years earlier. We also learned that his pharmaceutical company, a major player on the world stage, was effectively controlled by Free the Soul. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Cradle Pharmaceuticals was controlled by Free the Soul. More specifically, I suppose H was a member of Free the Soul, and very committed to their cause. So why had he kidnapped all those children? Apparently it had been part of an experiment designed to test the ability of certain people to access what's called the morphogenetic field. I don't imagine you've ever heard of it before, so I'll try and give you a quick rundown. Simply put, these people can access a sort of field that allows their consciousness to resonate with the consciousness of certain other people. To be honest, it might be simpler to just call it telepathy. The SOIS had heard of this particular ability before and had actually used it in a number of investigations, so I wasn't surprised to learn of its existence. I was shocked, however, to learn that these experiments had been carried out by a member of Free the Soul. If that was the case, then Brother must have known about it. The thought of him discovering a way to control and harness that power was terrifying. It wasn't too long after the incident in Nevada that another tip about the Myrmidons crossed my desk. This time it claimed that the Myrmidons intended to launch a large-scale biological terrorist attack. My bosses decided that we needed more agents to deal with a threat of that magnitude, and Clover was recruited. Because she'd been a test subject in H's experiment, we knew she had the ability to access the morphogenetic field, and we wanted to put that ability to use. After several months of training, she was sent on her first mission. She would be tasked with the infiltration and investigation of a Myrmidon cloning lab. I was assigned to be her commanding officer. I hoped that our investigation might also give me a lead on my father's whereabouts. At last, I had a chance to find out what happened to him. I wouldn't let that chance pass me by. Perhaps this was what kept me from noticing the truth. The whole operation was a trap. The lab was fake and Clover was captured almost immediately. I got there as fast as I could, but when I arrived, the building was only an empty shell. All of the conspirators who had pretended to be researchers and the like had already fled. I searched frantically for Clover until at last, in a basement room, I found her. She had been tied to a chair, but on the floor next to her was another body. It was my father. He looked as if he'd just been dumped there, and when I got to him, his body was already cold. He was covered in dark, ugly bruises. It wasn't until later that I learned he had died from ruptured organs and internal bleeding. They had beaten him to death. As soon as Clover had been captured, a Myrmidon in a mask had come to visit her. He'd said that unless she wanted to end up like my father, she would leave them alone and tell her masters at the SOIS to do likewise. In retrospect, they must have known who I was and who my father was. That was why they killed him. Perhaps they thought they were sending a message to me, or that once he was gone, I'd lose my reason for chasing them. They were very, very wrong. I took Clover with me and left. I tried to console myself with the fact that I had at least been able to save her. Sometime later, I received a call from the coroner. He told me there was something I needed to see. There in the morgue was my father, cold and pale on the steel table. I could barely stand to look at him, but the coroner insisted. On his arms were 2 rows of numbers, comprised of 8s and 9s. It took me a moment to recognize my father's handwriting. He had carved them into his own skin. On his chest was another message, but they were letters this time, not numbers. Not many, just enough to make a short sentence. I love you, Alice. Oh. Yikes. I broke down crying right there in the morgue. They were the first tears I'd shed since the operation had started, and there was no stopping them. There would be no forgiveness. Not for the monsters who put my father through this. They destroyed my family. I would make them pay, and even if I had to die to do it. That night, I made a promise to myself. I would avenge my father. It didn't take long to figure out that the numbers he'd written were latitude and longitude. They pointed to a chemical factory that had been disguised as an abandoned building. Further investigation revealed that it was the mother lode we'd been looking for, the headquarters of the Myrmidons. I think my father must have known how things would turn out. Knowing he was going to die, he'd written the directions to our enemy's fortress on his own body. He'd sacrificed too much for me to waste this opportunity with recklessness. This time, our operation would succeed. This time, I wouldn't let my excitement put Clover or any of my other agents in danger. So, we took our time. We gathered information, we did our research, and we planned. Finally, we were ready. December 25th, 2028 was going to be the day we finally set foot inside the Myrmidon stronghold. But then, on the 22nd, only 3 days before the operation was scheduled to begin, a man in a gas mask appeared. And they were kidnapped. So, you inhaled that gas, passed out, and woke up here in the A.B. room.
Yes. Well, there it is. Everything that's happened with the Myrmidons and me. I left a few of the details out, of course, but you get the idea.
Yeah, thanks. She gave me a sad sort of smile and stood up.
We should go back.
Not yet. Your story explained a lot, but there's still one big question.
Which is?
Who here is a Myrmidon? One of us planted the bombs. Based off the code we found, it's pretty clear that person is a Myrmidon, right?
Yes.
And I agree that we need to figure out who they are.
What do you propose we do?
Well, that's what I want to ask you about. Do you have any clues?
Clues? Well, if I could decrypt that code, it might tell us something, but...
How can we do that?
I told you. We need a key. Without that, it's pointless.
What's a key?
A key is a key. It allows you to sort of unlock a code. Myrmidons usually use this huge string of numbers as a key.
Wait, a long string of numbers? Could that be... Seven 8153-6109-883809-42419905551. Oh my goodness, Sigma can remember the things that have happened in the other paths.
What the hell?
I was almost as surprised as she was. The numbers had just kind of appeared in my mind, and I was saying them before I knew what I was doing. Alice looked at me incredulously, and I stared back.
Where did... Wait, can you say that again?
78153-6109-883809-42419905551.
That's 198,449,351 to the third power.
What?
That number you just told me. Prime factor decomposition on that number gets you 198,449,351 to the third power.
So you're talking about reducing an integer to a series of prime numbers that you multiply together to get it, right? Like, if you have 30, then you get 2 times 3 times 5, right?
Exactly. You probably learned that in junior high, right?
Alice is actually cyborg. She is insanely good at math. So you're saying that 19844-9351 is a prime, and if you multiply it by itself 3 times, you'd get 78153-6109-883809-42419905551.
Yes.
Don't tell me you just did all that in your head.
I did do all of that in my head.
You are insane!
Simple mental arithmetic.
Simple? What? No way. That's impossible.
I told you. I'm better at math than most people.
That's not better in math. That's like genius level.
Look at you. You just recited a huge string of numbers. That seems pretty astounding, too. Where did you find that number anyway?
I didn't know what to say. What would I tell her? That it just came to me?
Can't tell me, huh? Fine. I'm pretty sure that's the key to the code, though. I know the Myrmidons use prime factors for their keys, and there aren't a lot of 25-digit numbers that turn out to be the third power of a prime number. I think there's a very good chance that number you memorized was specifically created by someone.
Could you explain that with small words?
Well, look at the prime factors of your number. 198,449,351 to the third power. I think that's our hint for cracking the code.
What's
you
the
still
code?
don't get it? Try to remember the code we saw in the infirmary. What did it say on the monitor?
I think the first row was CQU JHNTU.
And the second row?
BYOLWXYBXSBZBQGTKRTLUD. I think. Then they just repeat.
Wow, you've got a pretty impressive memory. We could really use someone like you back at the...
Well, keep going. How do we decode that?
You use 198,449,351 to point you to the right letters.
How do we do that?
Well, the first number is 1, so take the first letter.
So C.
The next number is 9, so go 9 letters over from the first one.
1,
then 8
2,
from that
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. CO. Then 8 from that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. COM.
Just keep going until you get something. Make sense?
I ran over what she said in my head. The prime number Alice had given me was 198449351. So what would we get if we picked out the letters like she'd explained? First letter would be C from the top left. Then you move 9 to the right, which would give you O. Then 8 more to the right. Eventually we get a word. And that word was... Wait. Wait. Hold on. Wait! Can you show me the code again? 198449355. I need to go back! Wait. Is there an archive of this? Of this code? It would help if I could see it. Wait, come on. Injection gun, Salvir, Researcher's Journal. Wait, I need to see it for me to decode it. Can we go back? God. No. It's a COM. Wait. Can I see the code? How do I see the code? I don't even have notes of it. Integer manipulation. Genetic field theory. H. Mongo. Einstein. Immunoglobulin. SOIS. Neostigmine. Notary veterans as per residence. I can't figure this out because it won't show me the code. Wait. I want to go back. I'm literally stuck on a screen now. I don't know. The first three letters were C-O-M. Come. Maybe it was come. Okay. Sorry. I think this game is messing with me right now. If only I had a file that showed me the actual letters, I could decode this, but I can't. What the heck? Secrets? Help? Wait, I need to decode this. Okay, sorry guys, I'm gonna alt tab here and actually just try and find a picture of this. Because I think that this was meant for, or this was for the DS, so on the DS, it actually, like, it showed up on the top screen and you could, like, decode it from there. But unfortunately, it was ported poorly, so, yeah. So I just gotta look for the code here. Zero Escape VLR locations. Where are we? Which path did we do? Okay, I see. Sorry guys. I had to cheat for this one because it wasn't showing me the code, so. I did it! Completed! That's it! That's the answer!
Completed? Are you sure?
Yeah! I did exactly what you told me to do, and the word I got is completed. Well, actually, it's completed. The code and the letters repeat every 2 lines. It just repeats.
Well, I can't remember the code like you can, but if you're certain, I believe you.
I'm definitely certain.
Alright then. I wonder what completed is supposed to mean though.
What? Aside from the obvious you mean? I'm guessing here it means mission complete. So that's what the transmitter was for.
Huh? What are you talking about? What transmitter?
I barely even heard her. Suddenly my mind was full of memories that hadn't been there a moment before. It was like a wave had washed away the sand, revealing a bed of precious gems underneath. Sigma's remembering everything.
Holy Father, Holy Brother, Holy Master, my sacred mission is at last complete. With these 2 hands, mankind is saved. I am your will made flesh. In your name, I give thanks.
Cult. Damn it. Why hadn't I realized it before? I could remember a series of numbers, but not this? At least I remembered it now. Theo was a member of the Myrmidons. Not just any member. He was their leader. That meant he had to be the one who planted the bombs.
Hey, are you listening to me?
Yeah.
Then answer my question. What the hell was that? What's this about a transmitter?
I didn't trust myself to try and explain it to her. More than likely, she'd just think I was insane. Even I could barely make sense of the sudden influx of new information.
Wait. Don't tell me you're one of the Myrmidons.
If I was, do you really think I'd reveal myself like this?
Point.
Out of nowhere, Clover appeared.
Oh, there you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Really?
We're all down in the floor B warehouse. Well, all of us but Luna and Park.
Why?
Oh, 45 minutes? We still got 45 minutes until the white door is open.
I know that!
Oh, okay. Hey, wait a minute. I thought Yuki and Quark didn't know about the white doors.
Tenmyoji told us about them. He said he'd show us where they were. So we all followed him down to the Floor B warehouse.
I'm assuming you left Quark with Luna?
Yeah, anyway, when we showed up, Vi and Kay were already there. Well,
So?
all of a sudden, Vi, Tenmyoji, and Dio all started yelling at each other.
What?
Why? Did something happen?
According to Clover, the last AV game had been the cause of their fight. Even though Tim Yoji only had one BP, Fi had chosen Betray. They started to fight, and since Dio pressed Betray on behalf of his team, eventually he got dragged in too.
That seems odd. Fi only had one BP too. Her choice seems like a perfectly valid defensive move.
Ugh, just come with me. Kay's trying to calm them down, but there's only one of him.
Okay, okay. Come on, Alice, let's go.
Coming!
Okay, so we're actually gonna stop here because I think we went over 30 minutes from how long I actually plan to stream. So yeah, we're actually gonna continue this later on, probably next week. Again, I'll post the schedule up for that. But thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back again tomorrow. I know I had Mobile Suit Gundam Online scheduled there, but actually we're just gonna play Noida, which is sort of a roguelite. Like arcade sort of exploration shooter, I guess you could call it. So yeah, we're gonna be playing that tomorrow at 10 p.m. EST. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you again next time. Goodbye, everyone.